The shot is Carolina. Hey, what do you say?
Talkin Sauce episode 97.
No, see y'all.
97.
97.
Almost fucking there. To the big 100.
We almost quit
This
the
is a
shit.
big milestone, though.
This is a
very
big milestone.
Big milestone. It's a big milestone.
It's,
Find out why in a
some
minute.
say the biggest.
Some say.
Some do say
Call it
that.
the biggest.
What y'all been up to, man? It's the weekend been, dude.
Dude, I've been losing full in EFT, bro.
EFT, this guy. Everyone listening knows.
Dude, if you know, you know. If you don't, figure it out. I've been losing.
Escape from Tarkov, dude. You been getting fucked up.
I mean, I've been losing a little bit. I win and then I lose. I lose and then I lose and I lose and then I win. Then I lose and I lose and I lose and I win. It's a very, it's like gambling. It's
Like gambling. It's like golf, dude. Like just the
sometimes
one.
you're up, sometimes you're down. Most times you're down. I'm down bad.
It's like the one you have that one good game, and you're like, oh, dude, I'm kind of the man at this shit. And then you lose
And
like
then
6
you have a
times,
bunch
and right
of
when you
bad
think,
games.
like, is this even worth it? You have another good game.
Hmm.
Another good game, and that's why people spend thousands of dollars on golf clubs every year.
Yep, I spent $1,000 on this game.
Just on Tarkov. Is there even a purchase, just buy things mechanic in that?
In-game purchase? No,
Yeah. No, at all.
not right now.
Interesting.
There's different levels of like the game that you can buy that would give you various upgrades.
Oh,
to
just
start
like
with,
off rip.
But that's it.
Okay.
So,
does
yeah.
that roll over to each season wipe thing?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And you bought the highest level, right?
Not at first.
Not
Not at first.
No, I feel it.
But you
gotta
get-
test it
You
out.
get compelled to upgrade.
I
That's
believe it,
that's
dude.
for sure.
I mean,
It doesn't try to really sell you on it so much as just like you're like gotta have it.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you're talking to a guy who bought actual blueprints on Call of Duty, and those are fucking meaningless. So not anymore, I
Big
guess.
same.
Though you see fucking the ones in Warzone. Have you seen the?
I haven't actually.
I know it's like
Haven't
the
touched the
fucking.
game.
But you know the Mac 10, and it
Yeah.
got the nerf.
Yeah.
They had the version. I think you unlock it in the battle pass, but you can also just buy it in the store. Actually has like higher base damage
I
re
saw that
for
yeah, I saw
everything.
that.
with that blueprint.
So-
on, like even higher than it was pre-nerf.
While everyone's as pissed as they can be, they what's the word I'm looking for?
Double down.
They double down on an element of pay to win.
Oh yeah.
Just
Dude, I think this
Big
game
as
is.
fuck
I
you.
think this game is just too fucking. It's gotten too big for them to manage with all the like. There's like what 60 guns now, like,
yeah.
and 3 of them get used because it's so fucking hard to. You know what I'm saying?
Cold War's fun.
Cold War is fun, dude. Face Off, we fucking were, dude.
Dude, we're like,
Dude.
we kind of don't lose right now.
Dude, we ran into these one kids. That I don't know why they kept playing us. We played them 3 or 4 times. And like just the lobby just kept putting us back with them. Dude, I mean, we fucking buried them over and over.
It
and
almost
over.
doesn't matter. It's Jacob and I. All right, whoever's
so
playing
everyone-
with us is just lucky.
they're
to be
along for
there.
the ride.
Shouts out James. Shouts out Adam.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome for those win-loss ratios, boys.
But we destroy. We destroy. We're like playing face off. We're like what? Like
Dude, I mean,
like
we're like
23?
Yeah, 20 and 3 or 4 at
Some
least.
shit
Like
like
we've
that,
only really
like-
sat down and played it a couple times, but I mean,
but like
I foresee nothing but
several-
dominance in our
several
future. You know?
games. Nah, never.
We're
that.
playing domination. Everyone just picked a
But
flag and
notice
just
all
held
the
that
people
shit
that
down.
we get skill based against are like high like prestige too,
Mhm,
like level like 400. So I
Yeah,
didn't even know you can
fucking,
get that high.
fucking losers, dude. Fuck you playing that game that
Get
much
wrecked.
for, dude.
TTV in your name.
Fucking
How's that going?
losers,
How's it
son.
going?
Sitting there just drinking espresso at 9 p.m. Fucking
Getting
locked
shit
in,
on.
locked in and face
That
off.
is not a
dude.
joke.
And they're going, well, you got a nice ass coffee machine, so I'm drinking way too much coffee.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a problem.
Also too, just back to the EFT shit. You know, surviving a couple raids in EFT makes you Call of Duty scrubs look like some straight bitches. You know what I'm
No
saying?
respect.
It's an absolute cakewalk going
I
back.
was like,
to
oh,
that
you
game.
die and come back? Nah, that's not my kind of game now. dude. I'm-
Composed. Never lose composure now. Talk
Chilling
about
in the
stress.
midst of the crazy shit. And dude, speaking of crazy shit, dog. my month of December. We missed an episode way back. No one will remember that.
People were devastated.
They were. There's a lot of angry DMs.
Prepare
There's a
to
lot
be
of
more devastated.
They found that they dug into the fire department reports and were like, I'll do it again if you guys ever miss a fucking episode. I swear to God. And I was like, whoa, dude.
That's
but anyway,
what it was. It was angry listener.
it was. But back in the, beginning of December, fucking. We'll start. I dropped my roommate off at the airport. He's going out of town, going out of state. I work all day at home because of the situation of things. Leave at like 5 o'clock to go do some fucking. Yeah, leave at fucking 5 o'clock to go do just like some grocery shopping, some general shopping.
Errands.
Yeah, just run some errands. Come back, hour and a half later. I'm driving into my apartment complex. I see fire trucks and ambulances, and I'm a mind my own business ass motherfucker. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Someone is obviously in some trouble here. I'm gonna park my car. I can't get to my apartment because it's like a single lane drive going through, and there's hella fire trucks. So I park way far away. I'm like, I'll walk, dude. Someone's having a way worse day than me. And I see all this, and I almost send my roommate a Snapchat going, man, all the crazy shit happens when you're not in town.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be us, dude. And I'm walking, minding my own business, back to my apartment, walking by fire trucks, ambulances. Everyone who lives in the complex is standing like outside at the end of their driveways and shit. And I'll have my bags of groceries, just going about my business. I go to the building, still, I'm just like going to my apartment. I'm not taking in any of this. And the woman who just lives there puts her hand on my chest and goes, hey, like, you can't go inside. Like, I was like, I live here. Like, I was like, what do you mean? Like, I pay rent here. I can go in the building. And she was like, you live in 5805? I was like, yeah. And she was like, 207?
Not anymore.
I was like, yeah. She was like, your apartment's on fire. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then her next question is, do you have any animals? And I was like, yeah. Like, my roommate has a dog. That dog and your dog live 10 feet from each other. They're always barking. Like, there's a dog. I've seen fire. Like, at this point, I see firefighters coming in and out of the door. And I was like, has no one gotten this dog? It's my roommate's dog. And so I go to I just drop my shit, start running to the door. Because I'm like, I can't call James and be like, dude, not only did our apartment catch fire, but also Lily
They let Lily
they let Lily just hang out. They were like, I can't touch the dog. But so they're like, you can't go inside. And I was like, well, is someone gonna get the fucking dog, or are you just gonna tell me that it's in there? So, but I end up getting inside, getting the dog, water fucking everywhere. There's like 3 inches of water on the floor. Lily's terrified in the room. I think they're just barking and like just huddled up in the corner. So I literally got to carry her out, dude. I deal with all the shit with the fire department, fire inspectors, the property manager, all that shit. Get to the point now where the restoration company guy has showed up and he's telling me like what the plan moving forward is, right? So we're standing inside. There's like the maintenance men who saw the fire happening and called the fire department. There's the maintenance men, the restoration guy, me, and my dad. And they're like, my roommate has his grandpa's military flag just like displayed, and the guy just looks at it, looks at me, goes, "Thank you for your service." And looks right at me, and I was like that shit says it's like 1970 something, like 1980 something. I was like, that's my roommate's grandpa, but I appreciate it, I guess.
My dad's a veteran.
Yeah. Well, then this guy goes, "Yeah, man, I've worked with a couple guys who were in Desert Storm," and I was just like, "Oh, I mean, okay." Like, and then the maintenance guy goes, "Yeah, I was in Desert Storm," and there's just like a real I'm just standing behind the fucking counter, just like. I'm like, what's going
Watching
on?
Your fucked up shit get carried out.
Yeah, I was like, listen, man, like respect to all of this. Don't get me wrong, but
like I'm not a dick, but we got way bigger shit
right
going
now.
on.
But guys,
can we focus on the task at hand here, right? So we get that handled. I go down into the garage. I'm just waiting for my dad to bring a truck. So just bring his pickup truck so I can throw some shit in there.
Salvage your belongings.
Yeah, salvage what I can salvage. And the dude who lives across the street, I'm sitting in he works for the apartment complex. And I'm sitting on just like the fucking bench in my garage. And he walks up, he goes, man, this shit really fucking sucks, man. I was like, yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. He was like, I know this isn't the best time, but we got our Christmas party tomorrow. Like, dude, I swear to God, it hands me like the flyer for like the apartment complex like Christmas party. He was like, like, come on.
Get your hopes up, man. Get out here. Get your mind off things.
And like, I'm sure he had all the best intentions.
Did you say you'll try to make it?
No, I was just like, oh, okay. Like I was like, he was like, come if you can. I was like, oh, okay. Like, now, what do you mean?
Appreciate it, buddy.
This might not be the best time, but we got our Christmas party.
We're all going to be celebrating tomorrow and going back to our homes.
It's a
like,
pandemic.
The rent money paid for this.
How do you?
And so,
Yeah, I'm crying.
dude. So then it's like they talk to the property manager. We're going to get you into a new place. Yada yada yada. Doing their whole thing. Do the insurance thing, which roommate almost. I thought he really fucked that up. We won't get into that, but. Almost didn't get our stuff paid for. But 2 weeks go by. I'm staying at my girlfriend's place. 2 weeks go by. No one's hitting me back. I show up. I find I'm talking to people every day, but they're just not giving me nothing. Like, we got to talk to people, see when your apartment's going to be ready, yada, yada, yada. I give them like a week. Crazy shit. It's the holidays. 2 weeks go by. I show up at the office again. I'm like, yo, where is this woman that I was the property manager? And they're like, oh, she doesn't work here anymore. I was like, what? Like, yeah, like none of them work here anymore. We actually, like, the property sold over this whole thing, and we have whole new management now. Like, the lady I'm talking to working in the front office is like, I don't even have an email at the moment. Like, it was a whole new system. Everything's brand fucking new. And she's like, so.
Do you think, like, your voice crack, do you think, like, your apartment caught fire? They were, like, working this deal. They weren't planning to close on it until maybe even, like, after the new year, but they were like, no, let's pull the trigger now. And they didn't tell them about this situation.
Dude, that's fucking what it seems like, as like we found out that they were like, because obviously they want to get their stuff fixed to like put back to rent to somebody.
Right.
But even from the beginning, where they were like, yeah, we want to get the restoration company in here tomorrow. And I was like, well, like, y'all gotta hold the fuck on a minute, because I got all my stuff in there. Like, I don't have a place to put it if y'all don't give me an apartment. But so, yeah, they sell the apartment. They don't tell any, like, they gave us no warning. The lady says to me, she's like, oh, yeah, like, you probably didn't get the letter, did you? I was like, no, my apartment caught fire. I don't live here right now. Can you guys not send an email? Like, shoot an email out. I know you have my email. I get the updates about everything else. How do you not say you sold? But... So fucking, yeah, it sells. They don't even know that I have a new apartment. They're like, we don't think we have one available. I'm like, you guys didn't, but the other management company put my shit into an apartment. Like, it's at an apartment in this complex. I've been inside it. No one lives there. Like, they just moved out. I know all this. Like, what the fuck?
Just give me the keys.
Dead ass. They're like, well, we're going to have to see. I was like, it's my apartment. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, it's my fucking apartment.
Oh my God.
I fucking show up one day, like, to they let us move all our like kitchen shit, because we still had stuff in the fridge at the old place. Still had the power on there. Show up, they're like, here's the keys. Go there. Keys don't work. Those keys don't work. Of course they wouldn't work. Why would they work? Go to the front office. They give me another set of keys. Those don't work. They send the maintenance guy out there. He has a ring full of keys. He's trying every key on the ring. He was like, none of them work. I'm like, who? I was like, who locked the door? Like, the door is locked. Someone like couldn't have done it and then left. Who locked the door? Call that guy.
Keymaster from the Matrix.
Dude, so this guy just says, fuck it, just drills out both locks. And so at this point, I'm like, I was standing there, I'm like, well, you're gonna put more locks on there, right? Like, all our shit's inside here. Like, you're not just does all that. A week later, we get a move-in date. Like, finally, it's been like 4 weeks now. Get a move-in date. Show up on move-in day. It's 2 days before Christmas was move-in day. Show up. Power's off. Power's off in the apartment. And I'm like, and the keys didn't work again, by the way. I make that clear. They gave us keys. I went and they're like, the keys don't work. The garage won't open. Get the right keys. Power won't turn on. I go to the front office like, what the fuck is happening? And they're like, you got to call Duke. We're on the phone with Duke now. Dude, apparently, like, when the transfer happened, old management company did nothing for the new management company. They didn't transfer it right. So anything that didn't have, like, the individual units have the tenants' names on the power bill, you pay it yourself. If it didn't have that, it went to no one's on that account. The street lights weren't on. The trash compactor wasn't on. Like nothing. Like so, you got to call Duke. It's like 6:30.
So like, let's just pretend for a second. Let's just pretend for a split second that your apartment, which I don't think you ever clarified, was in your bedroom.
Yes,
That's where the fire originated.
Yeah, the fire
in your
started in my
bedroom.
bedroom.
So you lost all your shit.
Everything.
That's the biggest tragedy of all this.
Yeah,
No one
yeah,
was
yeah.
hurt. But you lost
no
all,
one was hurt.
but you
I
lost all your
forgot,
shit.
yeah.
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of information.
Yeah.
But also too, let's pretend that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
It still would have been just a weird, awkward inconvenience had you fallen into the same knowledge about the management switch.
Yeah.
That just would have been fucking annoying around the
Yeah.
holidays. Snow streetlights, trash bag not working. That just been like a little bothersome.
Yeah, you've been like, what? And especially around Christmas,
People
when people
throwing
are
all
getting
kinds of
boxes.
stuff. Yeah,
people
it's
are getting
just
all types of boxes of shit.
big pain. You also had your apartment catch on fire. You lost all your shit.
In the middle of all of it.
God
and then 2 days
damn.
before Christmas, no power. I called Duke. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I realized it's not going to get put in my name until like the date that I said for the transfer, but it should just be in the apartment's name because
What if I have kids, man?
that was like I told him I had kids. I was dude, I was pissed, dude. I was like, so like you're gonna leave me and my family with no power on fucking on Christmas?
really say-
And they were like,
America,
and they were like, yeah, like.
What are you gonna do about it? He said, what are you gonna do?
They were like,
about
we
it?
we are actually, and so
I
Put a
love
fire in a
it.
trash can, you fucking squatter. That's what they said. Happy
dude,
holidays.
for real.
Yeah.
Oh, and so like but the power was still on.
Maybe
'cause-
Santa will turn on your power. Fuck your kids.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Oh man, even the phone call then was a fucking. I called one guy. He's like, "Where's your thing? I got to put you with the right department." I
I'm
was
getting
like,
laid off after this week. Fuck you, dude.
I was like,
Your
I'm
power.
in Raleigh. He was like, okay, I'm gonna transfer you to this guy. I get to this guy. He was like, so where are you at? I gave him my address. He's like, oh, this is Charlotte. And I was like, well, you guys sent me here. I didn't call you. He's like, I gotta transfer you to the right department. I was like,
He told you I'm in Raleigh. He's like, all right, let me transfer you. Boop. All right, so where are you at? I'm in blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, this is Charlotte. Why'd you call Charlotte? If you're in Raleigh.
You're in
That guy
Raleigh,
transferred your trash,
stupid.
like, I'm really gonna fuck with this guy.
Dude, so we had to throw away everything in the fridge, which is just a general inconvenience. And then, yeah, finally moved in with the power on, dude. Started to be able to move
Started to
in.
regain normalcy.
Now, yeah, we're almost there. A bunch of bullshit to still deal with because a whole bunch of shit. But, you know, we're here now, man. Drinking way too much coffee. Fucking getting all jacked up on espresso. Killing motherfuckers in face off. Just taking my anger out.
So I think it's safe to say that like you've experienced as much bad luck as one could experience for the next couple of years, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so.
Rest in peace to your old apartment.
Rest in peace, the old apartment. Dude, I had just fixed a hole in the wall.
Oh, that's funny.
I talked about that on the podcast, just fucking falling into my wall, dead sober. It was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. And
Well,
then
you
just
know.
took the time, fixed it, and then like the next week, whole shit.
I feel like gravity is gonna do a number on you anyway.
Yeah, it will, man. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn.
So fuck 2020, dude. Maybe it's looking up. Probably not.
You have an
Probably
apartment
not.
with power.
I have an apartment with power.
2021
There we
is
go.
on the up.
Our whole thing, dude, we had just re-signed, and me and James, my roommate, were like, we had talked 2 weeks before when we were going to resign. We were like, man, like, you know, we're not a huge fan of this place, but not really trying to move again. You know what I'm saying? And then our apartment caught fire, and we had to move again. Like, but still had to re-sign.
Oh, you're moving.
It worked out as poorly as it could have. At every step, it was like, man, but what if this happened and you had to wait another couple days for everything? Like every time we try to get the keys don't work. The keys don't work. How many wrong keys can we get? Like 3 times the keys don't work, dude. It's crazy.
So you know, shouts out landlords.
That's how property.
Episode 97. With it being episode 97, we got to shout out a player that wears the number 97.
Who else could it be?
Connor McDavid
McJesus,
himself.
the phenom, the kid.
First overall pick in 2015 by none other. Edmonton Oilers, man, they've drafted how many first overall picks?
I mean, what? It's him. It's Nuge. Was Draisaitl first overall? Taylor Hall.
Draisaitl. I think they got in the same year. No,
Really?
No. They got him fourth overall in the year before.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, fourth overall year before the Mitch Marner year.
I think so. It's a
Was
good
it the
question.
year after.
Maybe Dylan's looking it up.
It doesn't matter. Born in the Ontario area, grew up playing in the Ontario area. Hockey phenom from an early
Oh yeah,
age.
they knew.
He's
like LeBron
he's
as far as hype goes.
for sure coming into the league. I remember playing like NHL 14 and shit like that, knowing that you'd be able to draft McDavid a couple seasons in the franchise mode, and he would change whatever team picked him up in the league.
Oh yeah. The only prospect that EA's ever updated ever.
Basically,
It's the last game that they actually went in there and put numbers in
for sure
to make everyone lower and McDavid higher.
I mean, the hype was so real, you know? The hype was so real. I think the last guy who had as much hype was like maybe John Tavares in terms of guys who were getting OHL exceptional status and just doing crazy things, putting up video game numbers in his junior leagues.
I mean,
for the
watching it
Otters.
was like watching McDavid play in the OHL was like watching. Did you ever see those Cam Newton highlights when he played at the junior college?
Yeah.
Like his freshman.
Just
Dude,
dominating.
where you're just like, oh, this guy is different.
Yeah, just dominating. And even then, he's like 16, 17 years old playing against 20-year-old men.
Just
at
making him
the
look
oldest,
silly.
making him look dumb.
Just goofy.
He does it in the NHL now.
He
But
has terrible taste in houses, but that's,
it's a whole different...
it's a whole other thing, dude.
It's later on. So he gets drafted, shows he's a beast. He's already the captain early in his career. I think he was the youngest captain after Crosby. And then goes down with a bad collarbone injury. Really fucks up his numbers. This motherfucker eating Smarties. You're really bad.
I just found them in my
backpack.
backpack.
Found them in your backpack, so you just go open up some Smarties.
I think they're from Mom's house.
One of the
just-
quietest snacks.
As unprofessional as
I'm
it
wearing
gets.
pajama bottoms.
Damn.
I mean, McDavid, when you watch him play, it's different.
Definitely different.
It's different.
I mean,
And-
what has he got? 469 points in 351 games. I mean, it's quite the stat.
He came
line.
out the womb a point-a-game player,
Oh,
like
yeah,
above
yeah,
point a
yeah,
game player.
yeah,
He just
yeah,
came
yeah,
out with that
yeah,
average
yeah.
already. It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy. They're like, where'd he get these points?
He's already 3-1. That's great.
He's been getting assists. Just one of the fastest skaters you've ever seen. One of the slickest passers. He's got some of the nicest hands in tight.
He's got a bionic knee.
He's got a bionic knee from that nasty knee injury. We'll talk about that in a second. But like talking about his hands, like what a fucking ability to get in tight on the goalie, pull all those moves, and still roof it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just
I mean,
sick.
it's that thing where there's a lot of. I think there's a lot of really fast skaters in the league. Like if you were just like straight line, I want you to go. There's a lot of real fast guys, but to be able to control the puck.
Something that you wouldn't expect either.
Yeah,
But
be able to control the
do it,
puck
yeah.
and at that high rate of speed is a whole nother thing.
There's not many.
Not many.
Not many. McDavid's, McKinnon's in the one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got some hardware too already. How many? He's got what? At least 2 Art Rosses,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know his trophies off the top of my head. He's gonna have a nice case to retire with.
Yeah, and even with his injuries, he's been robbed of some too.
Yeah.
It goes without saying.
Came back stupid fast for that knee injury though.
Bro,
Dude.
so he goes hard into the fucking goal with his knee, fucks his knee up at the end. It was the last game of the season.
like the last
I
game of
remember
the
watching
season.
that too. Like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
is just this kid and this team, this franchise cannot catch a fucking break.
For real.
But what, like a broken this, a fucking torn that? What is MCL? Was it his?
It was his fuck. We just looked this up
did
too.
just
It
look
was
it up.
like his 2 of his meniscus. His it starts with a fucking P. What is is it patella? Was that what it was? I don't
not
know.
sure.
Anyway, yeah, had a small fracture and a tibial fracture. I mean, it was
PCL.
fucking PCL.
His PCL.
Yeah, completely torn PCL. It was fucking, brutal, dude. And then like 2 months later,
Cracked tibia.
cracked tibia.
Should be like 6 months of recovery.
You would think.
For a normal human
You would
being.
think. I mean, old sports, that's the end of his career. That it's like, oh, sorry, dude. Like,
You play a knee bending game?
yeah.
Not anymore. But then he comes back at the start of the season, like a month and a half, 2 months in training camp.
And is faster now.
And is somehow faster. He's like the $1 Million Man. Seriously.
There's small pistons in there that just push him.
They flew in someone from outer space.
Oh, they took him to
Like,
outer space.
If there's anywhere that like we have some shit in with the aliens and we're utilizing technology besides like military and flight and anything like that type of shit, like shit you would expect, like it's in athletes.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's
how much money does LeBron spend on his body every year, dude? He's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no doctor.
mostly
to charge
machine at
that
this
way.
point.
Well, like, and there's a reason why you see like some of these like Kardashian level type of like surgeries. You know what I'm saying? That, like they look like they've had done.
Yeah.
And then you see like these Miami butt lifts, and you're just like, these two aren't the same. Just because those are
There's
that's
levels of this
That's
shit.
alien plastic surgery right there. You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? It's yeah.
Aliens love big butts. That's
Aliens
true.
do. That is a fact.
That's on wax.
Well, it's universal, is what that is.
Universal.
It's universal. Everyone loves a big ass.
round thing in your face.
It just shouts out McDavid. you know what I'm
Shouts
saying?
out McDavid.
Hopefully he
McJesus.
gets to captain a Canadian Olympic team.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
definitely.
I would love to see him win a gold in a Canadian Olympic sweater just for him.
Definitely.
Just for
See
him, for the-
Svechnikov
for the
captain that
legacy.
Russian team.
So yeah, exactly. That would be sick.
He's taking it over Ovechkin, right?
Well, no, not while Ovechkin's breathing. No.
Ovechkin, he's played on the Olympic team, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
couple times.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'll be forgetting when they said no, none of that now.
No. Yeah, they. I mean, there might be some Olympics.
I hope so.
You gotta wait for the whole like pandemic thing.
Well, it was a part of the CBA too, wasn't it? That
Was
like
it?
they're I feel like they may have opened it back up, maybe.
I
Or
mean,
they're
it's not like
or
it's
they're
not like a
open
no
to
way.
it.
Yeah, it's not like a no way
yeah.
thing. That's what I'm saying.
So
I don't know much else.
pretty sick
But
though. dude.
fuck you, Dylan. God, just eating Smarties. Hurricanes. Hockey starts in how many days?
It's like 7 days. Isn't it?
God.
What's today? Is the way?
It's like 4 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say today's the 10th. It's 3 days, isn't it? January 13th.
Damn.
January 13th, dude. Hockey. And are the Hurricanes playing opening night? We're not
Anybody
fans.
know?
We're not fans. Dude, before we even get into the Hurricanes, did you go do your big shit, dude?
No.
You didn't go do your big shit?
No.
You didn't go
so
collect
se-
on your investment, dude?
Fuck my life. Season ticket holders could go to the PNC Arena and pick up Storm Brew for cash and get a mask. Wait in line for that.
So-
I'll just go to the store and pick some up.
So were they like
I got a
this?
mask right over here, Hurricane I got for Christmas.
Were they like this is what you paid for this year, or were they like this is all we can do? We're gonna figure it out next year.
So like any, I think it's
Or
just like
next
anything
season?
else. It's like, throughout any hockey season ticket holders get various promo opportunities, and a lot of them, do kind of come up spontaneously, and you get like, hey, this weekend come on out for this.
Yeah,
So I imagine this is one of many different things like that.
that they're gonna do throughout the season.
And of the ones that they'll be capable of doing. You know what I mean? Like this.
But even still, like that's not tickets to the game. Like they can't expect you to pay tickets to the game price and then just like give you here's some cool
It's a thing
shit.
right now where I'm still debating in my head what to do. So I
I just didn't know
I
if
don't
they had
want to
said
think
to
about it
you.
too much.
I don't know if they had said like we're gonna figure out.
They did. Remember, I told you they said they said some shit. They were like, we're gonna try to make this as whatever, but there's refund options and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Blah. Yeah, I mean they did a thing. They sent an email. So I'm debating on what to do myself, but I don't know.
But they're making some moves internally.
They have some big moves.
Yep.
Excuse me, some moves to be expected.
I say not surprising at all.
We're not fans, but we knew a little bit enough about the team to know that guys like Tulski are making a lot of big decisions, and they're making good decisions.
Yeah, I think he is I think Dundon like values his opinion very, very highly. Waddell too, I'm sure, and Brendan Moore too, I'm sure. I think that's why to this point it's been running so well. But yeah, Eric Tulski promoted to assistant GM, and Darren York, who was, you said, director of personnel, Dylan?
Player personnel.
Was promoted to assistant GM. Well, and I mean, that's, if you look at the guys we've brought in, I mean, those two guys that were, Tulski was president of Hockey Ops, right?
Vice president.
And I mean, we've seen a couple guys leave the front office. We talked about before. I'm forgetting their names now. But
and they all, and to their credit, they all went in promoted situations.
Yeah,
Somewhere where they could elevate their shit, but they were already here working with the Hurricanes at an elevated type level.
Yeah. And I mean, like we've said, I think Tulski's really the guy that we don't want to lose. Like, pay him what he wants. It seems like he likes being here, likes working for the team. So I mean, fucking awesome to see. Hopefully,
Yeah, it
we
is.
keep just making smart, low key decisions.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
And speaking of decisions, Jeremy Bracco. This is Jeremy Bracco,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
On waivers.
Yeah.
I'm assuming with the intention of being assigned to the
Chicago.
AHL, to Chicago, who will be sharing with Nashville. We'll get into that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, do you think we really have any hopes for him at this point? Like, you remember when he was involved? Like, we talked about it, but involved in all the Pesci. Like, we'll send him Bracco and fucking that one defenseman and a second for Pesci, and that'll be a fair trade.
Not really.
Not at all a fair trade. But you don't remember that happening?
No.
Oh, I did. Bracco was involved, but that's like a Leafs thing. Back when he was a Leafs
Yeah, that's
prospect.
what, I remember when he was a Leafs prospect. I just don't
He was
remember
like the top. He was like their number one. Like, next year is his year. But
Yeah, I remember some hype for him when he was on the Leafs. I mean, when you get to a certain age, that just starts to die down
Yeah.
when you're not yielding results.
yeah,
But he could always make the bottom 9. It's not out of the picture.
yeah. Obviously, the skill still has to be there. I don't know what his thing was, though. So I don't know if it was like great skating or like a good shot. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
on waivers, you think he's gonna get claimed? Think we're gonna keep him? I feel like we'll probably keep him, right?
We'll probably keep him.
So I feel like everyone's so fucked with the salary cap right now. That They don't want
Exactly.
to bring on anything and introduce any new variables
Yeah.
unless you're the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then, but yeah, and apparently there's still some rumors swirling. It was kind of a big thing on Twitter about Pesci and I guess Natchez for Line. That's what the Jets are asking. That David Pagnotta, I think the reporter's name, who was just the internet shit all over for a little bit, or the Canes internet at least.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I think it's always part of a GM's due diligence to talk to other teams about, if I were to give you this, what would that give me? If I wanted this player, what would it require? And that can have absolutely nothing to do with actually proposing
Yeah,
or entertaining a trade. It's
just good business.
You're calling up a colleague in the same, or maybe you can call him a competitor. I don't know, but you're hitting up someone in the same job as you, and you're assessing value in each other's assets.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that happens.
Yeah,
They're allowed to do that, and they're probably breaking some rules doing it. I'm sure, but but they're figuring it out. They're seeing what the fuck they got to do to make their teams better all the time. That's their job.
yeah. And Jets fans, though, this is kind of what I want to ask you. Jets fans, as I was reading just through Twitter shit, seem to be like, this is a terrible trade for us. Going,
Well, they're gonna put more value on their boy, even if it's kind of obvious that he's not that valuable.
well,
I'm valuable.
I don't even think that it's like, if we're looking at just like a talent for talent thing, like Line A may be equal to Natchez and Pesci, like from a talent
But
perspective.
they also need
yeah,
what we'd be giving them.
Yeah.
They need a defenseman,
And-
and they could use Natchez as a line A, not replacement, but he can fill that skill forward slot.
and if we get Line A, he's on a year contract. We would have to then pay Line A, Svechnikov, and Dougie Hamilton all in one offseason. Like, it just it
Yeah,
doesn't
Pesci
seem
for a few years, and
Yeah,
then
like another
Natchez for
3
at
years,
least
yeah.
1 or 2 years.
I think it's
of
2
eventually,
years, and
yeah.
then he's going to be the year after Svech and Dougie. But I don't think it's going to happen. There's no way we would have to choose him over Dougie or Svech, essentially,
Right.
when it comes to re-signing. And I
I'd
do
love,
think
I'd love to have that superstar to cut you off. I'd love to have that superstar type personality in Raleigh, but like we're making that already with our guys.
We with Dougie and Svech,
Yeah.
and Aho, the fans love him here. It's just it doesn't really. It'd be great to have him on the power play, no doubt. Like having Svech on the right circle and Line A on the left circle, just ripping. I mean, 2 lethal shots. It would be awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
or imagine an all-Finn lineup with Aho, Line
Yeah.
A, and Teravainen.
yeah, and Aho and Line A played together way back when too,
Mhm.
on the team. So it'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Nah.
At all. And yeah, so what do you Chicago and Carolina sharing an AHL team, sharing the Chicago Wolves, at Nashville AHL team, I forget who it is, one of 3 that opted out for the season. Charlotte Checkers also opted out. I thought that was kind of interesting that like they're in North Carolina. Like, yeah, it's not going to be 100% capacity, but I feel like we are one of the laxer states when it comes to the like restrictions and stuff. You know what I mean?
I think we're not.
Are we not?
I don't think we're not. I think rather like we're not allowing like those type of events, like point blank.
Yeah, I know. Well, because colleges are allowing like 7% or something. So I don't know, but we can't
That's
be
football.
laxer. We can't be laxer than Chicago, right? Like Chicago is a huge metropolitan city. Like,
Well, I think the difference is those franchises' ability to generate revenue throughout the season without having people
That's
attend
fair.
games. I think
That's
the
fair.
Wolves are like we can squeak by.
yeah, that's
Charlotte
true.
Checkers like if no one comes to these games, we're not gonna make enough money. It ain't worth it.
Yeah,
I
and
think
they're
that's
gonna,
the difference.
So the Wolves got to win, right? If you have like top prospects for two
Yeah.
NHL teams, like you got, and they were already a good team.
Mhm.
Seems like you gotta fucking kick some ass, right?
I mean, I imagine there's gonna be other teams sharing rosters to
It's-
this effect. So
There's
you
got to
know,
be a couple fringe players who are fucking pissed right now. Who they were going to be the bottom 6 guy on the AHL team.
now.
like,
If here's the thing though, if fucking we're sharing team, we should be able to call up Nashville prospects. This is horse shit.
get them up here.
Yeah.
We need them.
Come on,
That would be awesome, dude.
that
if
would
I
be
mean-
ridiculous.
It would be insane, just like stealing each other's
Breaking all
prospects.
kinds of rules.
It's just like they just bring them up and they just like start guys on our team to start firing pucks at them. Like, no, you got to play the front of the net, dude. We're
And
just
if they play more than 3 games, they have the right to just break their contract and resign.
yeah, I like
Players'
it.
rights.
I like it, dude. It's a crazy season. Let's let crazy things happen.
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
Why not?
Fuck it.
Why?
They're gonna make
fucking
it anyway.
not?
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
I think that's it for the Hurricanes.
You
man.
shouts out the Hurricanes,
Shouts
dude.
out the Hurricanes. Hockey in 3 days, dude.
3 days.
3 days.
It's wild.
2 days when you hear this.
Hurricanes' first game is Thursday.
Holy shit. I guess who?
The Wings.
The
Red
Wings.
Winnable.
Fucking hope so, man. If we lose the Wings off rip, I'm gonna be real bummed. I'm gonna stop watching.
Where's it gonna?
First 2 games again.
And where's it gonna be at?
Wonderful question. Hold on.
Can it be? Is it gonna be here? Will it be still? Will it still be here?
I think they're playing
They're still
like
playing
the
at homes?
clusters. It is going to be a situation like 2 games here, and then like we're going to do 2 games there, but just trying to limit the travel as much as possible.
Right. So it might be home.
Yeah, it might be home. There's
There's gonna be a bunch of fucking assholes like staying outside PNC.
oh yeah, we're gonna set the projector up.
Cold as
Everyone
shit.
come out. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
no, bro. Speaking of attendance and stuff, though, what do you think about people saying it's not fair that there's like 4 or 5 teams that are gonna have fans in the stadiums or in the arenas?
Are there?
I think like Dallas is going to be at 30%. A couple of the Florida teams are going to be like at 20%. Yeah, people are saying it's like this isn't fair.
Like I want to go, or fair is in like teams have an advantage with a crowd.
I don't know if it's a advantage on the ice or if it's like a money advantage or you know what I'm like. I don't know.
I see what you're saying. Like,
They get to make money off of
but
it.
who's complaining?
But then maybe they're saying it's not fair to the players coming into town. Maybe that they're just having fans I don't know. I think like if
I
your
do
state's going to
think-
allow it,
I-
then
I
you're
do
going to do it.
I do think the league should be stepping in and say, hey, these teams aren't going to be able to have fans. You can't either.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
at least based off like X number of our teams aren't going to be able to have fans.
No one can have
So
fans.
then the rest shouldn't be able to have fans as a way to
Balance the playing field a little bit.
a little bit. Because I mean, fuck, it's not revenue that the teams don't want to generate. They literally aren't allowed to, nor should they probably be doing it. And
No,
then
yeah.
it goes back to those other teams that are allowed to. They probably shouldn't be allowed to either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Given everything going on, so it's like, come on, NHL, come on. But NHL's also like, oh, but see, we know we get a little split of that. So
They get a big split of that. I don't know how the CBA shit worked out, but I bet they get a decent split of that. You
They
know
go,
what I'm
look,
saying?
all right, and if any of y'all are able to get some shit, yeah, we're getting our cut
Yeah.
because we are
Big time.
hurting.
Yeah.
I got like
Big
5 lake
time.
houses.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
This is going to be a
You think I'm
problem.
selling one? Fuck that. No one can buy it
Yeah.
right now. Fuck you.
And kind of on the back of that, dude, Dallas had to push their season opener because
Everyone's
of
sick.
yeah, because everyone's sick. And from watching just a little bit of NFL I did watch, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of it throughout the season. Like, hey, this team wasn't allowed to practice. Facilities have been shut down because of, everything going on. Shouts out YouTube. And I do think it's going to be happening a lot. It's just going to be because, like we were saying, NFL, you off a week, you miss a game. What are they going to do when a team has to miss a week and that's 3 or 4 games that week?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was already a crunched ass season. Where are you going to fit 3 or 4 more games? it's going to be
games are gonna end up getting just straight up canceled.
Yeah.
And then teams are gonna be like, well, okay, cool. So like, not let's just use the Wings as an example. Okay, great. We didn't have to play the Wings, but we did have to play.
We had to play Tampa all
Right,
10 times or whatever.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super fucking hectic, and it is what it is. But it's just
Problems.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be pretty fucking crazy. And then, dude, fucking shouts out to a legend of the game, Corey Crawford retiring in New Jersey, which just really fucking bums me out. It bums me out that he has to. You never like to see a guy go out kind of with being forced out of the game that he loves to play a little bit by.
Yeah, lots of unfortunate injuries,
Yeah.
reoccurring. But yeah, he'll be recognized as a legend
Oh,
in the goaltending
yeah.
position.
You think he's getting his number retired in Chicago?
I'd
You think he
imagine
might?
so.
He might.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
He
what,
should.
3 out of 5.
I think so.
Yeah, 3 out of 5 cups.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Mhm.
It's just, bums me out to see him. I don't know, just go out in New Jersey, man. Like I kind of wanted him to have. I wanted to have a big fucking send off in Chicago, like a whole thing.
Well, it also sucks that he signed with the intention, I think, to play,
I'm sure he did.
and then not being able to
Yeah.
make it into the season. Yeah,
It just shows how much he really wanted to. Like this isn't how he
like
wanted
imagine
to.
if or not to compare situations, but Lundqvist signing with
Yeah,
Capitals.
yeah.
Imagine if Chara signing the way he did, and then for some reason not being able to play the season. All that would be terrible.
Yeah, it's all just a
terrible.
real fucking bummer.
Lundqvist had a surgery too, though. By the way,
He
And,
did?
Yeah, and it went really well. He's already back tweeting to the fans and stuff. So
That's good.
he'll probably still be out the rest of the season, but it's
Probably.
all about getting better.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
be back next year.
Definitely. Fuck, there was something else that I was literally just thinking of. It was New Jersey. Oh, dude, you think PK Subban's gonna go off this year, dude?
He's gonna go absolutely.
He's gonna go
off.
fucking stupid.
He's gonna go dumb.
He's gonna get that post relationship.
He's gonna get fucking Norse.
He's finally can just dedicate himself, just let out all his anger and fucking hard edge work on the ice, dude.
Yep.
I love that. Have you seen that?
He's gonna stop masturbating.
Total focus on.
No
He's like, it's
nuts.
only hockey, dude.
Yep.
Only fucking hockey. He's just gonna live in a small box. He's like, I'm not getting exposed. You let me out of this box when the game starts, and then put me back in this box when the game's over.
All hockey, all the time. Yeah, no, he's gonna go off this.
Can I have a small screen?
I saw
for
this.
film?
Like, is anyone doing fantasy?
Dude, I was the guys I played fantasy football with. A couple of them were talking about doing fantasy hockey. I don't know, man. I bet it's gonna be a nightmare. It was kind of a nightmare for
football?
football.
I'm sure with hockey it'll be even crazy.
Yeah,
So too many games.
it's
Too many
it was
back to back
hockey,
to back.
hockey
Fuck that.
fantasy,
Fuck
NBA fantasy. I bet baseball fantasy is even fucking worse.
that. Oh yeah.
But it's just like way too much to.
You gotta be a weirdo to do baseball fantasy anyway.
Yeah,
Too many
but it's,
players.
it's too. But there's too much time to like. I gotta adjust it for tonight, and then again tomorrow night, and then again the night after that. Like you did that one season. I don't even remember where. Like, do you know where we finished? Did we just like that when the podcast did fantasy?
No, yeah, dude, that was last year. That was the pandemic.
And so
So fantasy just stopped.
fantasy. That's right. That's
Fantasy
right.
just stopped.
And it didn't pick back up
No.
when the season. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just stopped.
Well,
I think. Did it just stop? I feel
it
like
stopped
did.
for us.
for me.
We were out, and it's just too much to keep track of. Dude.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, let's start a hockey fantasy tournament.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, let's get it going, dude.
Let's not. Let's do Call of Duty Face Off.
Call of Duty Face-Off tournament, dog. Let's fucking bring it back, dude.
Come on. Cancellation Face Off.
Can't COD.
I say cancellation. I got a cold shiver up my spine, dude.
Is it still happening?
What?
Are they still Are they still
No.
doing the cancellation cup?
No,
No.
I mean,
I guess hockey's back, so
Yeah.
you know.
No, it's been done.
Oh,
Yeah. The fuck.
we helped start that. Well, like I'm still in the Discord, and like messages still pop up in the
do
Discord.
they?
Yes, for God,
Ben
dude.
deleted that app.
Dude, no, I've still got it. I've definitely. I mean, it's
They're
just
probably playing 21 together. You know?
probably from what I've seen, it has only gotten more toxic. Like it's just the gamers left, and it just seems to be way more toxic.
Jesus Christ.
So, but shouts out to the Kane stats and to Chris still though, to the homies,
big shouts out,
100%,
yeah.
dude, 100%.
Big shout
Chris, BO3 is a good game, dog. I agree with you, bro. 100%. 100 P, buddy.
I like how this guy's just like reading my conversations. It's just like,
Yeah. You gave me your passwords, dog. It's the podcast account. I don't know his passwords.
is that it?
I think so,
Did we do
dude. I think we may have done it.
May have did it.
Did Kanye and Jeffree Star hook up, Josh?
Probably.
There you go. That's the
Probably.
You come here for all your hot takes, and we deliver.
Jacob,
What's up, dog?
where can they get us if they want to talk pop culture gossip with us?
If you guys want to get a little messy with
If you want
us
to break down
in
the inner
mentions
workings of the Kim Ye divorce, hit us up at
and all the implications that are of it, the ripple effect from the breakup, and
Hit
how
us
that's
up
going to
at-
affect the world's socioeconomic. Hit us up at Talkin'
us up
Sauce
at-
Pod, no underscore. Respect the underscore.
Stay respecting.
If you're listening, watch us on YouTube. We need to start doing this. We did it like one time at the beginning. We need to do that again. YouTube, like, subscribe, Scrum every Wednesday. Check it out. Get me at Jacob, JAY_COBBB, Josh.
You find me at Teebs, TABZZ.
You can find me on Reddit, you T-Bags, your mom, 69420, lowercase x, capital X.